Welcome to Press Pause. This energy journey is all about connecting in with yourself at the most expanded level possible, and then expanding beyond that and expanding beyond that. What we're going to be doing is learning how to work with the conscious mind, invite the conscious mind along with us in our journey. So many times we feel like the mind is the thing that will solve our perceived problems in our perceived reality. And my experience has been that when you can drop into the heart space, you can focus 100% of your energy on 100% of what you do want, as opposed to fighting or solving or fixing what you don't want. And oftentimes, the mind feels like it doesn't have anything to do when you drop into the heart. So one of the things I want to start by doing today is integrating the heart space and the mind space, so that we're working with what I call the full brain, which includes the heart and the mind, but not from a dualistic perspective. It includes the heart and the mind as one open space working together. It becomes the allness that you are, the allness that I am, the allness that is. So we're going to invoke the formula around that. And we're actually going to take this opportunity to press pause. And I want to explain to you what I mean when I say press pause. Visualize, just as best you can, that there's a button. And it's right in the middle of your forehead, or right in the middle of the brain, right in the middle of the mind. And by pressing this button, you can pause any thought that you have about anything in your life, anything within you, anything out in the world, finances, love, career, children, relationships, spouse, whatever it may be that you're focused on, or whatever it may be that you're trying to shift your focus from, as is often the case, you are able to press this pause button. You don't have to change the thought you're having. You can allow it to be there completely. So many times, as we try to shift our focus towards something new, we begin to fight what's already there, or we begin to push against what we'd like to change, and that creates a form of resistance. And that resistance oftentimes keeps focus. It keeps the energy focused on what we don't want. It's the old adage, what you resist will persist. So right now, allow yourself to be with your thoughts. Allow yourself to be exactly as is, knowing that there is nothing wrong with you, there is nothing broken, there is nothing that needs to be fixed. There is only the choice to be made for pure divine love, if that is your choice. So right now I want to invoke the formula, and I want you to do that with me by simply stating, I invoke the formula, and let's allow the energy to build towards shifting us into a state of knowingness, wherein we can accept all that we are, where we can accept the choice for divine love as not just an idea in the mind, but a feeling and a knowingness in the heart that then resonates out into the whole field, that then encompasses the mind, brain, body, soul, heart connection, and allows us to resonate at every level with that love. And if there's any thought that comes up around, I'm not good enough, or I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm not worthy of that love, or I have to do something to prove my worth, or I have to do something to earn that love, simply press the pause button in your mind. We're not trying to conquer these thoughts. We're not trying to free ourselves from these thoughts. We're simply noting within ourselves that we can press pause on any of these thoughts. And in that paused space, we begin to see, oh, there is some space here. There is some movement here. I am not locked into this thought. I am not the product of the thought, but I am actually the thinker behind the thought. And so what I want you to do throughout the day is consciously become aware of your thoughts as you're moving through your life. Where do you have that thought that says to you, you're not good enough, or you're not worthy enough, or people don't respect you enough, or you have to be loved before you can do this, or you have to have this kind of job before you can fulfill yourself, or you have to have money before you can be happy, or you have to have love before you can be happy. And I'm not saying that you can't have those things, because those things are all external reflections of our own internal happiness and our own willingness to explore and expand within ourselves and within our universe, within the world. What I'm simply asking you to do is press pause. Whenever those thoughts come up, press pause, be with the thought, and press this button. And in that moment, in the moment that you press that button, allow yourself to make the choice for love. This is a conscious exercise. Allow yourself to make the choice for love. So right now, think of one thing in your life that you would like. Maybe you'd like to have better, maybe you'd like to create, maybe you would like to change. Let that one thing come up, whether it's, if you need something to think about, it can be finance, it can be relationship, it can be, I don't want to name too many, I don't want to get you going down off into that trail. It's lots of pause buttons to press. But pick that one thing. Now I want you to feel into having that thing. And for some of you, I can already feel right away the walls have gone up. You can't have it. And you don't even need to engage with the mind as to why you can't have it. And for some of you, the engagement isn't even necessary. The mind goes ahead and offers it up. You don't have enough money to do that. You're not pretty enough. You don't weigh what you did 20 years ago, or you don't look the right way. It may be a body image thing. It may be a self-image thing. It may be a sexual energy thing around creation or around sharing with others or being received. It could be a myriad of things that the mind just automatically offers up, because we're so used to this conditioning. We're so used to just accepting that, well, that's just the way it is. And around all of that, we're going to invoke the formula energy, which is simply divine love beyond the story of you. We're going to bring in that expansive energy, and we're going to just press pause. And what I want you to do is I want you to look around and notice, okay, where would I be if this thought were simply paused? Without that voice talking to me, how can I feel? How do I feel? So I want you to continue feeling into that thing that you want to create. And we're going to start to release the want as well. A simple way to phrase that would be, would you rather want what you want or have what you want? So you can see oftentimes in the wanting, there is a lack vibration that simply states, I don't have this. And it creates a want, but that gives the mind more things to play with. And so what we want to talk about is just the pure desire of the heart, that heart space, that fifth dimensional space that's pure feeling, pure joy, pure love, what you're here to express and experience. And the mind often says, you're not here for that. You have to struggle, you have to work, you have to be better, you have to do better. And around that, we're going to invoke the formula, and we're going to press pause. So I want you to once again pull up that one thing and just begin to feel what it would feel like to have it. Not what you would have to go through to get it. That's oftentimes the next place the mind goes. It starts to tell you all of the things, well, maybe you're worth it, but you still have to do this and this and this and this. And it begins to list all of the things you have resistance to doing. For example, if you were working on a weight thing, you would start to feel what it would feel like to have the body that you love. And what I would recommend specifically for that is to start feeling what it would feel like to love the body you're in now. And what the mind comes in to say is, you can't love this body. If you're trying to change this body, you need to really, not like the body you're in, and that will be your motivation. And for so many people, not liking where they're at, that lack feeling, is a mental way of motivating. That is almost a preconditioned, built into the DNA. And we're going to invoke the formula around that and know that whatever we want, we can simply release the story and begin to feel our way into it. And as we feel our way into it, we become closer and closer and closer in our vibrational match to what it is we're wanting to experience. And as that vibrational match becomes more and more in alignment, we actually begin to transform into the thing. That is alchemy. That is spiritual, physical alchemy. And so now we're going to allow that feeling, allow yourself to feel what it would feel like. Go to the end result. Go to the end result, already having the thing, because energetically that means that whatever needed to be done is already done. You don't even have to know what needed to be done. The universe will unfold it. All you need to be doing is be willing to follow the steps, follow the breadcrumbs that will come from this space. And so around any of the fears that might arise from that, we're just going to press pause. We're going to allow yourself to be with all of these thoughts, but just continue to feel what it would feel like to have this thing or be this thing that you're now desiring to create. And in doing this, in practicing this exercise, even if it's just 30 seconds at a time where you're able to press pause, you're giving yourself vibrational freedom, vibrational space to focus purely on the wholeness of you. Many of you have heard me use the phrase before, I am committed to one happy, prosperous, healthy whole, and that makes me happy. And it's simple, easy, quiet, and complete now and consistently. The wholeness of you, when you focus upon that, you're not focused on changing anything else. You're simply taking all of your power, all of your focus, and you're pushing it and putting it in, placing it in the direction in which you wish to go. You are consciously creating, you are directing your thought. So one more time, pull up either the thing we've been working on or pull up something new. And if there's immediately any resistance, simply press the pause button. You don't need to fight the mind. The mind doesn't need to be battled. Just press the pause button. Any other voices in the head from family members, from connections long ago, people in the past, things you've been taught, anything that starts to come up in your field, simply press the pause button. And for some of you, you may be so entrenched and entrained in the negative thought patterns that you're just now noticing, you may want to press pause on the whole mind. Allow yourself to press pause on the entire world. Even if it's just for a second, that second can provide the spark that can ignite a flame that can light up your entire life. So allow yourself now to feel what it would feel like to be loved. And as you move into that space, allow yourself to be even more loved, and even more loved, and even more loved. And when you think I can't be any more loved, press pause and experience what it's like to be even more loved. Experience what it would feel like to be taken care of. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And when you exhale, connect out with sound. This is you not only rooting further and further into the energy of you and enacting your own vocal vibratory signature, you're grounding in the energy. You're bringing the energy in. And for some of you, when I said grounding, immediately you had a fear of, I don't want to get trapped here. I like to be out there in the free spaces. This world, this 3D world that I'm living in feels yucky. I like to be outside the world. Well, you can be in this world and not of this world. And one of the ways to do that is to ground into your own center. So that's what we're doing here. We're grounding into who we are and bringing all of that energy present so that we can use it and so that we can be it and so that we can continue to become and expand. So take that deep breath in through the nose one more time. And exhale out, connecting with sound. And now feel what it feels like to have enough air to breathe. Feel how abundant that is. Feel how abundant it is to know that there is oxygen on the planet. And as we breathe out and create carbon dioxide, the plants, we feed the plants. We take that in and then in turn feed us. And continue this wonderful cycle of oneness. But just in knowing that there is enough air to breathe, not just that there is enough, and enough is not a lack term. So many times we think that the term enough means just barely scraping by. In actuality, what I want you to start doing is shifting your perspective to know that enough means there is enough for you to have whatever you want, and then an abundance left over. And there is an enough in that abundance for everyone else to have what they want, with abundance left over. So there is always abundance. Start to feel what it would feel like. For some of you, you're already going to need to press that pause button again, because those stories about abundance, maybe from the parents, that's where I felt it for many of you. Some of you from the news, some of you from the world, some of you have internalized it and it's become your own stories. But press pause on that and understand these are just stories. Yes, they feel like reality because we're buying into it. We're allowing our vibrations to match that which we know to be true or not true. So what I want you to do is decide right now that you have your own truth. You have the truth of abundance. You have the truth of love. And you have the truth of joy. Feel what that feels like. And if you need to press pause on anything else, press it. Some of you, emotions are coming up right now. Some of you, I can feel sobbing. Some of you giggling. Some of you in that wonderful space of creation. Whatever it is, if there's something there, press pause and continue to feel it. If you're one of the people that is having emotions come up right now, press pause on any judgment saying, I'm not doing this right. Press pause on anything that says, this isn't how it's supposed to feel. Press pause and allow yourself to be with yourself and allow yourself to have the experience that you're bringing forward right now in this moment. And right now in this moment, know that you are loved. Right now in this moment, know that if no one else in the world loves you, Source loves you. I love you. Which means at some level, you love you. So whatever that story is that tells you that, no, I'm not loved, press pause and feel what it would feel like to allow yourself to love you and allow the world to love you back, not from a forced place, not from a mental place, but from a heart space, from a space of knowing that we are all one. And feel what that feels like. This oneness, this joy, this love, that is the space from which all things come and which all things are created. So as you continue to go on through your day, through your night, anytime something negative comes up, simply press pause, knowing that what's come up is a small place that maybe you've been unconscious of, where you've been providing energy to this small little negative voice. And when you press pause, know that you have the power to simply take all of your energy back. There's no need to delete, there's no need to follow it back and uncreate what's there. All you simply need to do is redirect your energy. You can focus 100% of your energy, and therefore that small voice no longer has anything to feed it. Take all of your power back and cast it out into the moment of now, into yourself, deep into the heart, and feel what it would feel like in every moment to make the choice for love. And with that, namaste.